going to break this thing down. It is May 16th, and it's okay to do that. It's okay to have fun. We don't have to genuflect at the altar of sports. You don't need there to be a disclaimer, all things being equal. If everyone's healthy, it's a tough schedule. Now, we're going to look at this thing. I had people tweeting me yesterday, why would you break the schedule 5 hours early when there's going to be a release show coming up at 8 o'clock? You spoiled it for us. Why? Because people wanted it. I have a friend, just one. I have a friend who is the biggest Steelers fan on planet Earth. He's getting married to my sister-in-law coming up in September. He texted me before I sent the schedule. He's like, you got any info? Why you want the info, man? Because schedule release day is like Christmas for diehard Steelers fans, for diehard football fans. Here in Pittsburgh, not everyone's Catholic, not everyone's Jewish, not everyone's name your creed or religion. We all got one thing in common. Some of us are Republicans. Some of us are Democrats. We don't see eye to eye on everything. We got one thing in common. We love this godforsaken, stupid football team that hasn't won a playoff game since 2016. And we plan our fall around when they play their games. We plan our christenings around them. We determine family functions around them. My daughter was born on October 23rd, and when we have the party is going to be based on when the Steelers play their games. That's what we do. It's habitual. It's cultural. You're going to plan flights. I had a sales guy. They all love us now because our ratings are through the roof. I had a great sales guy. Loved the man, Brent. He offered to take me to Vegas. I can't go because of that aforementioned wedding, but people are going to plan their trips. Oh, are we going to Denver? Get a little mile high, watch Russ Wilson shove it up the backside of the Broncos? Are we going to go to Las Vegas? Are we going to go to D.C. and go to the DMV, maybe the cherry blossoms? Well, not that time of year, but you get what I'm saying. It's a big deal to Steelers fans. I know that. We look at the stream numbers in real time. People were all about it yesterday when Pony and Muller were doing the show, Sans Pony. When Starkey's talking schedule, people are locked in. The YouTube numbers through the roof. People love this stuff. And I am here to give you what you love. And that's 4 hours of schedule talk, my friends. Jeff Hathorn at 7:35. Mark Caboli's going to waddle his ass in here from 8:35 until 10. He'll be joining us in studio. This schedule sucks. Let's get right to it. It sucks, Ron. The Steelers got royally screwed here. Now, I don't think there's some agenda. I don't think Roger Goodell wanted to punish Art Rooney II. I don't think that good old Goodell has it out for Mike Tomlin or doesn't like Arthur Smith. I don't think there's anything nefarious at play here. I don't think the schedule makers sat down when they started to cook this puppy up and thought, how do we give the Steelers the toughest schedule possible? I don't believe there's some sort of conspiracy here. What I do know is what they came up with is garbage. It is one of the most unfair schedules I have seen in my entire life. The Steelers don't play a division game until week 11. They're going to play 6 of their final 8 games against division opponents in what is, for my money, the toughest division in the entire NFL. The only 2 games in the back 8, that aren't division games, the Philadelphia Eagles on the road where they always slap you around, like they did last year, like they did even when the Steelers won the Super Bowl in 2008. They slap you around there. They're wearing Halloween masks, making fun of you last year. And the Kansas City Chiefs in a Christmas Day special 1 p.m. on Netflix. The back-to-back Super Bowl champion Chiefs and the Eagles get smushed in there when you play 6 division teams in your last 8 games. We knew it was going to look tough. Forget even the last season's winning percentage, which a lot of outlets use to determine the strength of schedule. Just knowing what we know as Pittsburghers about football, Chiefs, good. Eagles, good. Division opponents, real good. Chargers, potentially good. Jets with Rodgers, potentially good. Indianapolis gets their quarterback back. Dallas was a good football team last year. We knew it would be tough. Nobody, except for me at 3 p.m. yesterday, knew just how tough this was going to be. The Steelers got screwed. 412-928-9370. Do you agree? And if you were sleeping under a rock yesterday, let me just go through the schedule real quick for you. Comments, questions, concerns, tweet me at _Adam Crowley. That is brought to you by Edgar Snyder & Associates, a personal injury law firm where they always say there's never a fee unless we get money for you. You can tweet me, brought to you by South Hills Kia in Peters Township. Visit them at southhillskia.net. You can give me a ring on that fan hotline, 412-928-9370, presented by Sullivan Super Service, Pittsburgh trusted plumbing and HVAC provider for over 50 years. The Steelers are going to open up the season against the Atlanta Falcons and Kirk Cousins. Kirk Cousins gets $1 bajillion. That is an improved football team. It's why going off of last season's winning percentage isn't an exact science. Atlanta, no good last year, 7-10. They're going to be better this year. They're going to have good quarterback play. Kirk Cousins in a dome on a fast track, not easy. Game 2, Denver at Mile High. Tough place to play. The Broncos are 31-7 in their last 38 home games in week 1 or 2 of the season. I'll say that again for effect. 31-7 in their last 38 games at home in weeks 1 or 2. That is insane. Tough place to play anyhow. Real tough to go there and win early on in the season. Then you open at home in week 3. Art Rooney was a little perturbed by that. Saw his comments on Steelers.com. He says he wishes the Steelers opened up at home before week 3. Chargers should be improved. Justin Herbert has looked the part of a star, but he's been a 500 quarterback because he's got some of the worst coaching in the entirety of the NFL. Jim Harbaugh's a really good coach. Just look at what he did with the 49ers. He won the national championship at Michigan. That's a better football team now than it was last year. No doubt about it. At Indianapolis in week 4, they're going to get their rookie quarterback from last year back for year 2. And he's an electric factory. How good's he going to be? Jury's still out. But it's tougher to play them with that guy than with Gardner Minshew, IMO. Then you got Dallas in week 5. Then you go to Las Vegas. Never easy to make that cross-country trip. Then you got the Jets and Giants at home. The Jets should have Aaron Rodgers. We'll see if he makes it longer than like 8 snaps this year. You get your bye week, week 9. So you get to catch your breath a little bit before you take on Washington. Should be a dub. Then you got Baltimore at home. Here's the meat grinder. At Cleveland. At Cincinnati. Cleveland again, 2 times in 4 weeks. Then you're at Philadelphia. At Baltimore. Kansas City. Cincinnati. Friends, this schedule blows. It's going to be fun. It's like an SEC schedule. Second half of the year, every single game is a marquee matchup. And when you think about it, really, like 13 out of these 17 games are marquee matchups. But never before have I seen 6 division games scrunched up like that at the end of a season. And then in between, you've got Super Bowl favorites. The Eagles are going to be on a short list of Super Bowl favorites. And I would imagine the Chiefs are going to be the betting favorite to three-peat here. The league didn't have anything out for Pittsburgh. This isn't a Roger Goodell axe to grind, nothing like that. But the way the chips fell, oh my God. You could not, honestly, if you tried, cook up a harder schedule for your Pittsburgh Steelers.